Hi, there we are. It's the module on nutrition. And this is Renate. I'm a certified high performance coach, Feldenkrais practitioner, and sports coach. And I have been interested in doing research in the field of nutrition for a while because I wanted to help myself become better, a better performer in sports, but also in daily activities. And I wanted to help my clients as well. So I'm here to help you. And that's why this video is not some of those glamorous things with like 1,000 things to do, which is so overwhelming that you're like, oh my God, I cannot do it. So this is something you can do. It's doable, it's simple. And it's not about nutrition, because I'm not a nutrition per se, not a specific diet, because as you know, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a nutritionist. So if there are any things you cannot eat, you have a medical condition, please do not eat, follow your doctor's advice. So, but these are guidelines to help you get more energy, to get clearer in your brain. It's really great for brain health and to really get you fired up to lead this active lifestyle, to make this transformation from where you are right now to where you want to be, whether it's losing weight, whether it's like showing up better, having more endurance, whatever it is that helps you get to this, through this transition faster. I've been there, I have done it, so have lots of my friends and clients. So I know you can do it too. Now, let's start with this lime. It's a beautiful fruit, beautiful smell, and it's very versatile. I mean, you can use it on salads, right? You can put it in drinks. You can put it in non-alcoholic and alcoholic drinks. You can put it in your tea, in some hot water. Whatever it is, it's awesome. And I would suggest starting with this tomorrow. Every morning after you wake up, you start to have a cup, a glass of warm water and a dash of freshly squeezed lime if you can. Lemon is also possible. Lime is just a little bit nicer, from nicer smell. And you might think, well, I'm not quite sure whether that is really healthy, because lime and lemon, they are acidic, aren't they? And our bodies are already very acidic because of all the food stuff, the processed food we eat. Yes, my friends, you're right, it's acidic, but once it's in your body, it becomes alkaline. And an alkaline body is something we strive for, because it fights inflammation, and it also protects us from cancer. So this is really, really gold. Start every single day, a cup of warm water, dash of lime, and it just helps you cleanse from the inside, that your stomach and your colon and everything is ready to absorb all the good stuff you're going to have for breakfast. Right, so lime, number one. In general, make sure that your diet is plant-based. So it could be veggies, it could be salads. Right? Today I'm going to have spinach. Just look for, if you can, organic spinach. It's really delicious. Just rinse it nicely, and it's fantastic. It has like iron and all the good things in there, minerals, and you can have it as a salad. If it's just a regular salad, and or you can saute it and have it with maybe a fried egg, or you can put it in a smoothie. Yeah, in a smoothie. It's really, really nice. This one and blueberry is fantastic for your brain. And what does plant-based nutrition or plant-based diet mean? So basically the majority of food you eat is plant-based. It's not like living on steaks and hamburgers. I myself, I don't eat red meat, but I eat chicken and fish from time to time. So what you want to change, if you eat too much starchy stuff, if you eat too much protein and not enough greens, not enough real food which is alive, just look at the plate you have, and you have like 3/3. So 2/3 actually is veggies or salad, and 1/3 is protein. So protein could be fish, it could be chicken, it could be, if you have to, some red meat. But guess what? The size is important, as always. And the size of your protein should be the size of the palm of your hand and the thickness. So for me, a fish like this is way too much. I don't need this unless I train for a specific event, a sports event where I need more protein, right? Or for some endurance, or for whatever specific training I have in mind. But otherwise, the size of the palm of your hand and the thickness. So if you have something which is like this thick, so the size has to be smaller. And you might think, oh my God, I might be hungry. Guess what? Sit down and enjoy the food on your plate. Chew every single bite 20 times, swirl it around in your mouth, and you might notice that suddenly you detect different flavors, because if you just gulp down everything and with condiments and without chewing properly and only food stuff, which is processed and has nothing to do with the real food, your taste buds might be dead. So you have to make them awake again, alert. And also this, when you swirl the food around in your mouth and every single bite you chew it 20 times, it's really broken up, and you can digest it much easier and absorb all the nutrients in there. And that's what we need. Our body, our muscles, they need nutrients to function properly. Our brain needs nutrients to function properly. So it's so important to really chew the food you eat. As I said, 2/3 veggies, green stuff, 1/3 protein, fish, some tofu, chicken, whatever it is, the size of the palm of your hand and the thickness. That's enough on average, especially if you lead a sedentary life. But it gets you going, and it helps you overcome this dreaded slump after lunch, when you have this big burger, this big meal, this big heavy meal, and then you just want to fall asleep. This is not what high performers do. We want to have an active life. We want to do sports. We want to be out there and perform. Have fun with our kids. Have fun with our loved ones. Show up in business. Be on stage. Just live fully. All right, I hope this one helps. So it could be spinach, it could be any other salad. I'm going to have spinach today. So your salads. Speaking of salads, nearly forgot. Of course, salad usually comes with a dressing, and this is so important. There are lots of people, they go for the easy stuff, which is like, oh my God, stay away, yeah, right. Stay away from all those prefabricated dressings. They are full of starch, of oil, of salt, of all the bad things for you. And it's so easy to make your own dressing. And if you are eating out and you know that you cannot have the healthy dressing, just prepare it at home, take it with you in a little bottle in your bag, and just put it on the salad when you have your lunch or your dinner. Right? If they don't serve great dressing, bring your own. BYO. And as I said, where is it? All right, here. This is just really simple, easy vinegar, and this is one of those no-nos. Vinegar, guys, vinegars is for cleaning the house. It's not for eating. Forget about this. So, different options. Option number one would be fresh lime or lemon. Squeeze it on the salad to give you the acidity and help you. It also helps you break up the fiber, whether it's kale salad or whether it's just any green lettuce or whether it's those beautiful spinach leaves. Or different version, you can have apple cider vinegar. And again, I'm not affiliated with this brand. I just found it's pretty all right and pretty good, and it's raw and unfiltered. So you have this murky thing at the bottom, which is called, I think, the mother something, and you just, just make sure it's nicely mixed, and then you just add some of that instead of the prefabricated stuff. Now, for quite some time, I was a fan of those really fancy vinegars. But there are lots of flavored vinegars out there. They have lots of sugar, guys. So it might be even better to, if you don't have any of those, just to pour some Sauvignon Blanc or some Chardonnay on your salad to give it the acidity and some of the sweetness instead of balsamic vinegar, because it's full of sugar. And sugar is so bad for our overall health. And I guess I will put a link down there below to JJ Virgin and what her take on sugar is, and how sugar is the #1 enemy nowadays. And it helps you develop Alzheimer's much faster. So you want to get away from all those sugars in food, hidden sugars, right? Because we can choose not to add sugar to our drinks, to our coffee, to our food, but we cannot choose the hidden sugars in some of the products we have to buy. So either this one, or some wine, or some red wine if you like to, or some fresh lime or lemon to get the tanginess and the sourness and a little bit of the sweetness probably for your salad dressing. And of course, in a salad, it has to be good oil, good quality oil. And oil is so important because we need oil to break down some of the food. We also need oil for our brain, funny enough, and we need oil for organs, but good oil, not cheap processed oil, really high quality oil. And I urge you to spend a little bit more on oil, on really high quality oil. You will really benefit from it. All right, now I have here virgin organic coconut oil. Coconut oil is one of the most amazing oils out there. It's so versatile, but make sure it's organic if you can, and that it's virgin, and look for it that it's not processed or there are no additives in there, because it seems to have become very popular. And whenever there's something very popular, there are lots of people out there trying to make the big buck, and the quality is below par, right? So you want to make sure that you read the small print, that it's really good quality oil. And as I said, it's fantastic. You can put it on salads. You can put it in your smoothies. You can put it in your mouth and rinse your mouth. It's a teeth whitener, and it helps you absorb toxins out of your body. And then you spit it out, of course. Don't swallow it afterwards. You can just have a spoonful of it just like this to give you enough good oil to digest your foods properly. It's great as a moisturizer, fantastic, because there are no additives. It's fantastic for your hair, so you don't have to buy any fancy conditioners with lots of chemicals in there. It's much more economical as well. So this is really great. I nearly forgot. And it's fantastic for cooking because it does not become carcinogenous, I think that's the word, when you heat it, right? So good coconut oil should be at home in your pantry because it's so versatile. It's for food, it's like medication, it's cosmetic as well. Or, speaking of salad, really good olive oil. And again, I'm not affiliated with any brand. It's just like I just got this one here, and it's first cold pressed, it's extra virgin. So again, look for good quality. If you can, cold pressed. If you have the choice, go for cold extracted, which is even better, more expensive, but look for really good quality, cold pressed, that you get all the benefits. So sprinkle it on your salad, whatever you like to do, but don't use this for cooking. Don't heat it up, because this is it loses all the health benefits, and it's actually toxic once you heat it up. So you do the opposite of what you're supposed to do. Heating it up, another oil which you could use either to sprinkle on your salad or for cooking, if you don't like the coconut oil, is avocado oil. And again, it's extra virgin cold pressed. So important, extra virgin cold pressed. This is kind of pricey, so really if you want a more economical version, go for the coconut oil. Use this sparingly. All right, the oils. Now something else. This fruit is fantastic because avocado. And again, it has been a craze. There are lots of varieties out there which are not really great. So if you want to buy an avocado, really just gently press it. You don't want to press it completely, but just gently press it. And if it gives a tiny little bit, then you buy it. If it's completely non-responding to whatever, don't think it will taste great when it ripens at home. It has to be a little bit of the sponginess. Then you know this might be a pretty good one. And I think this is about ready to be eaten. Now, how can you eat it? You just cut it sideways. Then you just twist it open. You have two halves. One is with the stone, the other one without the stone. Just scoop it out. Just eat it like this. Just put it on your salad. Just put it in your smoothie. Or guys, you know what? If you really like desserts, and you're like, yeah, but there's so much sugar in it, this is fantastic for desserts. You can make ice cream with it. You can just, this banana, this one, or maybe some almond milk, a little bit of water, just put it in a blender, and if some cinnamon, whatever flavor you like, and eat it like this, or put it in the freezer. You have fantastic ice cream. Also great for chocolate mousse. The base, just use this one, maybe a banana, a little bit of almond milk, and high quality cocoa nibs. Put it in a blender. It's the best chocolate mousse you can imagine without all the sugars, because this is the base. And avocado, yes, it's rich. Yes, there are lots of fats in there, but it's the good fats, the omega-3, which you really need for your organs and for your brain and to really function. Plus, it releases the energy really slowly, so you don't get hungry too early. So fantastic food, very versatile as well, should be in your pantry. Good. I mentioned, let's move on here. I mentioned milk. I mentioned almond milk. Milk is something, some people say only cows should drink milk. We were told and taught that milk is really good for us, and people drink way too much milk. And like here in Asia, some people are completely intolerant. So they cannot have any cheese or any milk. What's a great substitute is stay away from soy milk. Again, it's genetically modified soy. Get some, if you can, some really good almonds. You can use them for baking. You can use them to eat as a snack in between when you need some energy. And you can make really healthy milk out of it. How do you do this? You just take 1 cup of almond, 4 cups of water, soak the stuff overnight. The next morning, just rinse it, put it into a cloth, just press out, squeeze it, get all the juices out there. So there you have your freshly made almond milk. The other things you can either discard or put in your muesli or in your smoothie, whatsoever, is really lots of fiber, and it has no additives, and it's easy, it's simple. You can do it just, I forgot, after the rinsing you put it in the blender, of course, and then you squeeze it and then you drink it. fantastic. It's so simple. And speaking of almonds, almonds are really good for you as well. Really healthy fats as well. So are nuts, except peanuts. Guys, peanuts, they are not nuts, they are legumes. So stay away from, excuse me, stay away from peanuts, but go for the good nuts if you like to. Go for seeds. For nuts and seeds, great for adding some healthy oils to your diet. I mentioned fruits and smoothies before. They are so en vogue and they are fantastic. So just need a blender and put some almond milk in there, maybe a banana, maybe some fruit, some berries, whatever you like, maybe some spinach, maybe some kale. I mean, whatever you like, whatever your favorite flavor is, just blend it. You can sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon for different flavor if you like to. You can add some of the lime for this sort of nice, really, really beautiful smell, and also it gives you some vitamin C. You can add a dash of coconut oil into your smoothie to get all the essential oils. So whatever it is, make the smoothies, but don't put sugar in your smoothies, guy. If it's really not sweet enough, as I said, use cinnamon. Cinnamon tricks the brain to believe you had a dessert, you had something sweet, and the sugar craving might go away. Something else which you can add into your smoothie to help you fight inflammation and, for example, back pain. Some of the issues when it's chronic, it has to do with inflammation, like ginger, fresh ginger. You can grate it, you can chop it. It's also great for cooking to give a different flavor to your smoothie. What else? For you guys who want to be out there, not to overeat, manage your weight, but get the energy. Again, here, chia seeds also, they craze right now, so you want to make sure they are really, really good quality, non-GMO, blah, 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 and they are higher in antioxidant activity than blueberries. So blueberries obviously is really, really good if you're active, if an active person. They are great for your body and they are great for your brain. There's one of the brain foods, but chia seeds, they say here it's even higher in antioxidant activities than blueberries, and there's lots of dietary fiber in there, rich in omega-3 fatty acids. That's exactly the good fats you want to have. Now, if you have not had chia seeds before, they absorb moisture. So you want to put them in something like in a muesli, which, well, muesli is another thing, but maybe, in your yogurt or in a drink, in your smoothie, and wait till they absorb a little bit of the liquid, the fluid, and then you eat them. They can also be used for cooking. If you have not tried those before, and if you want to add them to your smoothies, let me give you this practical hint. At least, it happened for me. I have different blenders here, and with every single blender, I face the same issue, the same challenge. If you put those chia seeds in the blender to really mix with the liquids there, that's fantastic. But for whatever reason, it gets really gooey. It's like glue when it gets moist, and it sticks to the bottom of your blender, and it's really, really hard to get all of it out, and it's really messy to clean it up. So what I suggest instead, once you are done with your smoothie, sprinkle the chia seeds on top of it. It looks great. Then you just swirl the thing in. Just wait a little bit till they sort of absorb, because they really grow, and then enjoy your smoothie. They are fantastic. There are lots of fibers as well. You're not hungry so fast. It's great for your digestion, because as I said, lots of fiber. Chia seed, but look for the good quality. You don't want any really, really cheap stuff with lots of additives in there. bring your reading glasses, read the small print. Chia seeds are really, really great for you guys out there. I have an empty glass here. What does that mean? Drink loads of water. If you're very energetic, or if you lack the energy, it might have to do with water. Some people say, well, oh my God, I'm so tired, and they start to slouch, which of course is bad posture. You cannot breathe properly, not enough oxygen into your muscles in your brain. Also bad posture is really, really not healthy for your back. So most of the time when people say, I'm so hungry, I have no energy, I need to eat, most of the time people are dehydrated. They have not had enough water. Drink lots of water. Don't drink ice water. Ice water is the craze. I don't know why, but it takes a lot of energy to warm up the water in your body that it can be digested. So just drink regular warm water, or actually really warm water, which is also one of the hints. So useful. Have a cup of hot water after your main dish. And this helps you with digestion. This helps your body break up the food, that it can absorb the nutrients, the minerals, the vitamins much better. I learned this from my Chinese friend. She looks fantastic. She's about my age, but she looks like a model. And I guess that's one, maybe it's genes, but I think that's also one of her secrets, because she has been doing this for long. So, 2 things with water. Have your cup of warm water with a dash of lime in the morning, and add some warm water after your main dish, and in between drink loads of water to keep you energized, to keep everything in flow. And there are lots of people out there that tell you how many ounces. Honestly speaking, I'm not counting ounces, and maybe you aren't counting ounces as well. How do you know that you are hydrated? Always say, like, look at the color of your urine. If it's not clear like water, you are not hydrated enough. I know that I drink between 3 to 6 liters per day on average, depending on my activity. But mind you, I'm also a sports coach. I train every single day. I work with my clients every single day. I'm on the road out there every single day. I live in the tropics. So whether it's the hot climate where you sweat more, you have to drink more. If you live in high altitude where the air is drier, you have to drink more. In winter you have to drink more because the air is drier. If you're indoors, air conditioning, you have to drink more. So drink more water, but stay away from those ice cold drinks with ice cubes. Ice cubes are great maybe in some adult drinks, or in your bathtub, to have an ice bath after some activity to help your body prevent inflammation, or to put them on some aching bits and pieces where you get injured. Then that's the right spot for ice cubes, but not in your water. Forget about that. Now another thing here, speaking of drinks, me being from Austria, I love my coffee. And I'm always shocked when I go to the States when I see people drink their brew. It's either the dripper coffee, the Mississippi drip, which is awful because it flushes out lots and lots and lots of caffeine, and then it sits on this heater, and it's complete garbage, has nothing to do with coffee. Or then people go to Starbucks and other places and have those big, humongous drinks with lots of cream and lots of sugar and lots of different flavors. Has nothing to do with coffee. So if you want coffee, go for good quality coffee, whether it's beans or whether it's ground coffee. Go for Arabica beans. There are Arabica beans and there are Robusta beans. Robusta beans are the cheaper ones. They are cheaper to grow. They are mass produced. Arabica are a little bit more fickle. They are a little bit more expensive. The difference is Arabica beans are less acidic than Robusta. They have more flavor, more aromas, and not so much acidity. Now, if you have your coffees, I brought some 2 cups, small. I mean, they are really small. This would be a single espresso, and this would be for a double espresso. Go for espresso shots. Forget about the sugar. Forget about the milk, because you want the flavors. You don't want any brew. If you want to drink because you are thirsty, go and have some water. Room temperature water or hot water. But if you want a coffee, you go for it because of the flavor and the taste of the coffee. And you cannot taste it if you put sugar in there. And you know, guys, sugar is really not good. Alzheimer's, forget about the sugar. Milk, even worse, it spoils your coffee. You have no idea what you drink. It could be complete garbage. And you have no idea about the different flavors in there. And guess what? Coffee, really good coffee, has much more flavor, many more flavors and aromas than really high-end, the best red wines. So don't destroy the drink. Make it something you really enjoy. And if you say, well, yeah, Renate, I cannot drink espresso because then too much caffeine, I go in circles. Guys, it's maybe in here, that's what you think, because it has been proven that a really good espresso, or a single or double, espresso has less caffeine than a dripper coffee. There's high pressure for a short period of time. It pushes out all the flavors, all the aromas. That's why there should be this sort of crema on top of a really good espresso. If you see through, forget about it. Don't even think of drinking it. A dripper coffee, where it takes a longer time, you know, the water has much more time to flush out the caffeine, has much more caffeine than an espresso. Just something for you to consider. And one more thing, if you think, yeah, okay, I get it, so right, okay, I go for my espresso style, so I start to move over to the healthier thing, but I need some sugar. You know what you can do to trick your brain to believe it's sweet? Dash of cinnamon on top. The body really thinks it's sweet and you don't miss the sugar. And with every single thing, it takes time to acquire this taste, right? If you drink wine, if you drink red wines, maybe the first time you had them, you didn't like them. So it takes time to acquire the taste. Okay, now, so far we talked about the good oils. You have to have some things for breakfast, how to make your own almond milk, how to put chia seeds in there that you can live the active lifestyle, because you want to be active. You want to take care of yourself. You want to have a healthy body with healthy bones, healthy muscles, good posture, no back pain, a clear mind. So you want to be at your very best. Something which very often we don't talk about when we talk about nutrition, we talk about gut health. So important, because if you cannot absorb all the nutrients, say you start to change and eat real food. Some of the things are said from greens and avocados and all the good things, right? But if your body is still fighting inflammation and if the gut is not functioning properly, you cannot absorb all the goodies. And you're still sort of lethargic and you're like, oh my God, now I'm trying all of the good things, all of the advice you gave me, Renate, and now it's not working. So you want to take care of your gut health as well. And it's kind of sort of easy. First step is already, we talked about it, it's the lime, in dash of lime in the warm water every morning. So to really cleanse from the inside, get rid of the mucus, all the stuff which happened during night when, you know, the whole body, the system did some house cleaning. It's like in a big building, in an office building. People go home in the evening and in the night, during the night, the cleaning team comes in. They scrub, they vacuum, they do the cleaning, and the same happens to your body. And to get rid of all this in the morning, The warm water with a dash of lime helps you, so your body can absorb all the good things you eat, all the fruits, all the fresh stuff you have for breakfast. That gets you all the energy you need to show up and, you know, to be really the person you want to be productive. Not to be this like, oh my God, I have no energy, and you show up in the office just like this. Okay, not this one. Some other food which is really great for gut health, if you can, especially if you live in the tropics, is fresh young coconut. I know there is coconut water in the shelves. They charge an arm and a leg here. But if you can, go and get some fresh coconut. And when you're on holiday, give it a try. Instead of like fizzy drinks and sodas, go for the coconut. And if there's soft flesh in there, eat it. It's one of the superfoods because it has all the nutrients, everything you need, so you could survive on fresh coconut when you're stranded on an island. Well, hopefully not, but you never know. Something else which is so amazing and versatile is ginger, fresh ginger. As I said, you just peel it, you can grate it into your food, in soups, etc., etc. You can just chop a few things and just put it in whatever you cook. Just give it a little bit a different flavor. You can put it in your smoothies. Anti-inflammatory, so important. It helps also your liver to cleanse. Fantastic. So this is a pretty young one. There are old ones that look a bit more shriveled, so whatever it is, if you can, go for the fresh stuff. If you cannot, go and get some really good grated ones, powder, but fresh one is always the best. Another thing you can add to your food to taste better and also help you with your gut health, instead of like adding all sorts of condiments in there, is good old garlic. And you might tell me, oh, it's horrible, I don't like the smell of garlic, I will stink. It depends. If garlic is properly prepared, it doesn't stink, it doesn't smell. And what I learned when I was in one of the best health resources of the world, when I was there as a consultant, what we got to eat, instead of butter, we got cloves of, just like this, a full set of those steamed. So you can steam them or you can bake them. I just put them in the oven and I bake them a little bit. Once they turn brown, you know they are ready. Then you just chop off the top and you just scoop out the inside. It's soft and the whole smell is gone. It doesn't smell like garlic at all, and you can use it instead of butter. Very, very healthy, also inflammatory, helps you deal with inflammations, whether you have injuries or whether you have a chronic backache, whether the joint is inflamed, so it supports this as well. It supports your exercise and it supports your gut as well. Something I'm not going to touch right now here is chilies, fresh chilies. Fresh chilies are fantastic to add to give food a little bit of a punch, instead of adding, you know, again, prefabricated sauces. Just chop it a little bit and you can eat it just like this. It's really, really healthy. Even so, people might say, oh my God, if I have kind of problems with a stomach, I cannot eat it. If it's just processed chili, probably not. I'm not talking about chili sauce. I'm not talking about, you know, the one in bottles. This is the real stuff. Can be red, can be green, but this is something you can add to really help you cleanse. Well, what else? Yeah, fermented foods, so great. If you have trouble, if you want to lose weight, if you want to fight inflammation, if you want to get rid of this inflammation where your body fights inflammation instead of supporting you, instead of, you know, using all the energy to do the activities you have to do. And activities does not necessarily mean it's sports activities, also activities in your job that you really go through the day and end up in the evening that you still have energy to do the things you like. So fermented foods. In Asia, we have kimchi. People say it stinks, but it's just, again, it's in your mind. It has some sort of punginess to it, but it's really, really good. Some other people, they like the sauerkraut. So great for digestion, so great for cleansing, so great for fighting inflammation. And that's all you want to do when you want to improve your lifestyle, when you want to get more energy, when you want to be able to stand tall, and not just for an hour or two, but you only do this on a daily basis. Okay, what else do we have here? Well, I think, nearly done. There are lots of books out there, and this is one on the paleo diet. It's not that I'm a supporter of the paleo diet. I use bits and pieces from there because I like the concept of how to get the best out of things, like how to get the benefits out of nuts, for example, because I said nuts, apart from peanuts, are really, really great for high performers. They give you all the essential oils you need to function properly for your muscles, for your inner organs, for your brain. But to make them even more useful, you activate them. And I'm like, oh my God, how do you activate nuts? You just put them in water and soak them in water. And there are tips and tricks you can find on the internet. Different nuts need different times. Some take longer, some don't take so many hours to soak, then just to rinse them, and then you eat them or use them for baking or for adding in salads. So going paleo. For me, I would not be able to go complete paleo. I don't eat red meat. I stopped about 30 years ago. But you know, again, this is not about, I am not telling you, I'm not a supporter of a certain diet. I'm a supporter and an advocate of you and me living an active life. Food, exercise, the proper mindset has to be part of your lifestyle. It's a lifestyle choice. It's not about not eating this or just doing this because I want this one benefit. Yeah, we want benefits, but I want you to have benefits in all parts of your life. It's not that you eat food to lose weight. I want you to eat food to work your brain. I want you to eat food to have more energy, to be more showing up, and in a way that it's not overpowering, that it does not take, a whole team of chefs to help you change your nutrition. I hope this serves you. I hope these are tips and tricks. So when you go through this video again, just take some note and just think, where can you tweak? What can you avoid and what can you add? I hope this serves you as a starter to a more energized, active lifestyle where you can be more productive, more of a role model, and also fight inflammation from the inside, inflammation of joints, knee pain, back pain, and give you the energy, give you strong muscles to have really, really good posture, to show up, to be seen, and to succeed. Again, please watch this again as many times as you need. Take notes. Start today if you can. Note where you are. Note write down what your main staple is. And then think of, like, what could I substitute it with? Forget about the sugar in your coffee. Go for good oils. Go for fresh greens. Go for whatever you need for your dressing. Make some fresh dressings. Even so, it might be a challenge when you're on the road, but you can do it. So the only thing you have to do is get started. I see you in the next module. Have a fantastic day.